But I think the most important one for me, or the coolest one, was when I played Roger, center court of Wimbledon, round of 16 at Wimbledon, at Wimby. It's July 4th in the States. Like it's, they don't quite celebrate it in England as much as we do in the States for certain reasons.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. But like to walk out there, like every kid knows what center court at Wimbledon looks like. You've seen it a billion times. You've dreamt about walking out there, and to do it against, in my mind, the greatest player of all time. Like I'll never forget that moment. That was one of the, and even though I lost, like that was such an incredible moment and one I'll cherish forever.
What's it like playing Federer in that arena?
It's not easy. Let me tell you, it's not easy. First set, I took me a while to take a deep breath and like really feel like I belonged. And then you relax. Then you just focus on the tennis, which then is a whole nother issue, right? Like you're playing Roger on grass. Like he has this ability to just run through his service game so fast where you just never even have a chance, and you're trying to hold service games, and you're just putting so much effort into yours, and eventually you get broken, and then it's just like, gosh, like he just holds so fast sometimes where it just smothers you, and he just takes the racket out of your hand. He's the best player to do that. He just takes the racket out of your hand. He wins and loses points on his terms so easily, and it's what's made him the best.
We asked Sumit Nagal played him at U.S. Open, and he said he had the feeling that he had one toss for every serve. You had the same feeling? You had a hard time reading it?
Yeah. No, his serve is like, it's not the biggest serve. It's not the fastest serve, but like he just can hit spots, and you're just like, oh, okay. Like, well, I mean, he could hit the same serve 4 times and win the game, right? He just hits a T on the deuce, T on the ad, and he'll hit the same spot on the court 4 times. You're like, Christ, like that's good on every, it doesn't matter what side I'm on. I'm not touching it, and it's an ace, like it's insane. It's
and
crazy.
his chip and forehand, I guess he hit over it a little bit more than you did. But after you played him in this match, did it give you any insights on ways you could use your slice a little bit better? Or
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because actually, when I played him then 2 times after, I played him in Indian Wells in 2017. I lost 6-6. Had looks in both sets to win it. Which was a bit frustrating because I actually had a good game plan. I was playing really well. I used my slice extremely well, and it was frustrating him to a certain degree, right? Like he wasn't as comfortable because he had just beaten me 8 months prior. Wimbledon, pretty routine, right? Like 3, 4, and 5. Like it's pretty straightforward on grass. So then I left that match actually in 2017 thinking, I'm like, all right, like I got a good game plan. Like I really want to play him again. Like I know what I can do. And it's funny because then I played him in Australia the next year, and he beat me 2-2-2. Or like something like that, like bad. And like he is able to change. He did, I was trying to do kind of similar things to him as I did at Indian Wells. And he just mutumboed me and said, absolutely not. I'm not going to let you do this. And he got out of those patterns so quickly. And I was like, fuck, like what do I do now? Like this was working. Now I can't even get into this pattern. And now what do I do? Like, so he's able to kind of change the game plan and change what he does effortlessly.
Do you remember what was working? What was the pattern?
Yeah, for me, like, I mean, I was using my chip really well at Indian Wells. Like, he was kind of getting flustered with that, letting me hit a couple. And then I was really attacking his forehand first ball. Like, go into his forehand to open up his backhand. Like, I was doing it very well. And especially at that time, Indian Wells, really lively, really bouncy course. Like, I was using good kicks, like getting it up and out of his strike zone, and then using the chip, getting it below his knees. And he wouldn't let me do that. So every time, in Australia, I'd go good chip, deep cross. He went chip line immediately. So then, like, now I'm on the run, right? Like, so it's like, all right, like, he wouldn't even let me get to that second slice to then chip it down the line to then get him moving. Like, it's really remarkable. Like, I left that match and I was like, whew, like, yeah, like, he changed. Like, Craig and I were like, wow, like, he really changed the tactics very well. Very well.
Yes, so good. I saw him play Del Potro in the French Open. I don't remember what year it was, but it was maybe like a quarters or something. And Del Potro was killing him the first 2 sets. And then I don't know how he noticed, but I think Del Potro's knees are hurting a little bit, the knee. And he went to the chip like crazy. And then Del Potro's getting down to these backhands for hours and hours. And you just see him start to move slower and slower. And then then he kills him the next. I think the last 2 sets is pretty easy. Because I think
Nothing gets by Roger.
Couldn't do
Nothing.
it. So it was like, he sees it and he was on it immediately and the match flipped. Like he had no chance anymore from killing him.
He's so good at making those adjustments. It's insane.
Yeah. Unreal. Last thing before the game.
Thanks for watching this clip. If you want to watch the full episode, the link is in the description down below.